In the first round, the Oakland Raiders select Vita Vea, defensive tackle, Washington. Vita Vea is the most realistic player who will be available in terms of talent and position. He has all the talent needed to be a dominant player on the defensive line. He will push the line of scrimmage by himself and set the tone in the running game. The ability is there to rush the passer, and he can develop into that. The talent is off the charts and just waiting to be properly utilized. In the second round, the Oakland Raiders select Lichten van der Esch, inside linebacker, Boise State. Raider Nation, let's cross our fingers and everything else to hope that this player is there in the second round. He is a true middle linebacker with size, speed, and instincts. His main problem is he only has 1 year of production and really needs to add strength and learn technique. The upside is there, and he's a pretty good player now. I'm just hoping he's still on the board when the Raiders pick early in the second round. In the third round, the Oakland Raiders select Garyon Christian, offensive tackle, Louisville. For all the attention paid to our defensive needs, the offensive tackle is still a major problem. The third round might be a little high, but it's never a bad thing to give Derek Carr even more protection. The athletic ability and body is there for him to be a long-term solution at tackle. He still needs to develop, and I think Tom Cable is the perfect person to teach him. He has experience playing both tackle positions and has a chance to be a starting right tackle right now. In the fourth round, the Oakland Raiders select Kevin Tolliver II, cornerback, LSU. Tolliver wasn't properly utilized at LSU. He's a big man-to-man corner who is asked to play zone a lot. Luckily, the Raiders will be playing a lot more man-to-man in the new scheme. Talent is off the charts for Tolliver, as he was a 5-star recruit and a top cornerback in the country. A huge problem though is his football character. He acts like he's a big deal. I think he's worth the risk in the fourth round since his upside is off the charts. In the fifth round, the Oakland Raiders select JoJo Wicker, defensive end / defensive tackle, Arizona State. It's no secret that the Raiders need an interior pass rush. I might be higher on JoJo Wicker than most people, but I like the potential he brings. He's versatile enough to play all over the defensive line and has enough talent for coaches to bring out. Wicker needs to add a lot of weight and play strength, but he can be a rotational pass rusher, which the Raiders desperately need. For the other fifth round pick, the Oakland Raiders select Jaylen Samuels, running back, NC State. The Raiders need depth at wide receiver, running back, fullback, and possibly tight end. Jaylen Samuels does all of those things. I don't think he's a truly special player, but he's a versatile chess piece. He can be a mismatch wherever he goes and provides the Raiders with a valuable weapon. Worst case, he's a depth piece who can contribute on special teams. In the sixth round, the Oakland Raiders select DaeSean Hamilton, wide receiver, Penn State. He plays the big slot role and runs very consistent, good routes. The problem is, he doesn't have the burst and speed to be a high-end NFL player. Hamilton loves football, and his personality will fit in perfectly with the Raiders. He's the kind of guy you want in the locker room. He has a chance to fight for a wide receiver role as he's used to playing in the slot, and he's excellent at fighting for the ball in the air. For the other sixth round pick, the Oakland Raiders select Keyshawn Barea, inside linebacker, Washington. This pick is strictly for locker room culture and special teams. Barea will play very hard on every play with excellent leadership. He's been consistent his entire time playing in college, and you won't have to worry about him. I don't think the upside is there for him to play inside linebacker long term, but he will be a player who finds a role on special teams that everyone roots for. For the third sixth round pick, the Oakland Raiders select Sean Dion Hamilton, inside linebacker, Alabama. Hamilton has a lot of potential to one day be a solid starting inside linebacker. The problem is, he suffered through multiple knee injuries and will take time to recover. Also, you don't know how it affects his burst and explosiveness in the long term. The upside is there with his smarts, and he's always where he's supposed to be. If he recovers fully, the Raiders could end up with the steal for a linebacker. For the last sixth round pick, the Oakland Raiders select Rock Thomas, running back, Jacksonville State. Here's another guy who will find a role on special teams with good potential. He's a 5-star recruit and certainly looks the part. He's big, fast with excellent burst. Thomas needs time to develop though. He's always looking for the big play and lacks the patience to wait for holes to develop. Talent will not be a problem, and he has a chance to sit back and learn this year while contributing on special teams. In the 7th and final pick of the draft, the Oakland Raiders select Nick Shimonik, quarterback, Texas Tech. He's the developmental quarterback I hope the Raiders take a chance on. He's big, strong, with pretty good accuracy. Shimonik wasn't a consistent performer in college, but his talent alone should give him a chance to make the roster. He has shown he can read the defense, but hasn't thrown with anticipation, and the touchdown to interception ratio is a concern. The upside is there for the Raiders to one day trade him for a mid-round pick. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far into the video, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Like the video if you enjoyed, thumbs down if you didn't, and have a good day.